into it. Let's get measuring. It's really important that we double check our measurements, so I'm going to do that now, and I hope you enjoy the video. Let's make it. So this is the oak that we're going to use. Well, this is one of the boards. There's another board under there. We've got a chunky board for the stiles because they're going to have to be thicker. You'll soon see when we start making it how this door is going to come together.
Hi everyone, so like I just said before, the first thing to do is actually to get the timber out and to a useful state. And to do that, we cut to length, we flatten one side, we put it under the planer so it's thickness to the right thickness, and back through the saw, through the sander to get it all feeling nice and smooth. And yeah, what you see is basically what goes on, so I'm going to leave you to watch this beginning part of me ripping out the timber and getting it ready to make a door out of. Phew, so that's all the milling done, and as you can see we've got some lovely oak timber that is actually quartz on. You can see those medullary rays, and I am now marking out some mortises ready to put on the mortiser and get them done. These are actually haunched, so it's going to be 2 different depths I am going to. That will make the door really strong. These are actually surface faced mortise and tenons, if you know what that means. If not, if you keep watching the video you'll soon learn what that is. So as I say, I'm on the mortiser now, and then I'll head to the tenon and get the tenons cut as well, and then it'll be to the bandsaw to get them to the right shape, and I'll leave you to watch this next step. So as you can see, the mortise and tenons are now done, and next was to move to the spindle moulder to take out a rebate. Now this rebate actually creates the surface faced mortises and tenons, as we'd like to call it, and it basically just makes a large rebate for boards to sit on top to give that traditional oak door look, and you'll soon see what I mean further on in the video. So as you can see, that door went together really well, and that is the main frame. However, there is a middle divider, a rail that runs right down the centre of the door, and now this door I decided to insert some glass. So this is me cutting a hole, as you will, in the middle of this rail. And the only way I could think of doing it safely was literally to route it out by hand and just keep dropping that cutter down until I went all the way through the piece of wood. So as you can see, I have routed one line and I've moved on to route the next line, and I do route the ends off camera and that piece just drops out. I'm now putting on a fairly large chamfer just for the rain to run off and not sit within the glass. It also makes it look really nice, and as you can see, I'm just chiseling in the 45-degree corners to make it look nice and neat. So as you just seen, I half lapped that rail into the door, and then it was time to get it glued because that is the main frame altogether. So a bit of glue, and I also double checked it wasn't in twist. Now this is really important to do because you do not want to twist a door to try and fit on site. So that's my number one tip for making a door. So these 4 oak planks that I've got out now need to be tongue and grooved, and it is basically, as you would think, it is like a tongue and a groove, and they slot together. These are the boards that are going to sit into that initial rebate that we did for the surfaced mortise and tenons, and you'll soon see what I mean. So this one that I'm putting through has created the tongue. And now I am making the groove. I decided to flip the board just to make sure that that groove is perfectly central. If you are liking this video, folks, please do hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, check out my other videos, and share it and spread the word. And if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, go do that because you'll see weekly updates of what goes on in the workshop. And now as you can see, these boards fit together lovely, and it's got that little expansion gap because, as we all know, wood moves and it will move, so you need to allow for movement. And these just get screwed on. So now we're moving on to the inside of the door, and I decided to clad these onto ply. I think this will give it a really nice look and will look very traditional. And I am using the bag press, and that basically just suctions all the air out and will force those oak boards really tight onto the ply, and it will give it a really good seal with that glue. I then go on to insulate the inside of the door before I put these on with some braces, which you'll soon see, and then we are coming to the end of this door, but do stick around for the final photos.
Right, so that's the door now done. It's looking really good in the sunny weather today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, check out my other videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone. Shut up, I'm nervous because you're here. Right, so that's the